Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia, the flag of Liberia is flying. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The flag is forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. WP is for black people. We know Liberia is all. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11% of people we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shining evermore. Liberia is flying on the sun. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation. The people who are called on money, we humble themselves and feed my bed. Our heal their nation.
Oh yes, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves before me, the Lord Almighty, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Elohim, Jehovah Teskenu, the omnipresent and omniscient, our God will hear their prayers and heal their land called Liberia. So arise and take your place in the community of nations. So many interesting things are happening in our country. This little Miami that need to be talked about. Welcome to the show this beautiful Monday afternoon. It's the 7th day of April 2025. My name is Emmanuel Jala Gravy III. Let us say, come in the nations, Heavenly J. Remember Jala Gravy, chapter 1, verse 1. Let's talk and talk and talk, and never shall we fight. Fighting shall never be our portion. This land has seen a lot of violence, lots of destruction. It's time to rebuild. No matter our political differences, our cultural differences, and unequilibrium in our lives. We cannot afford to go back to Egypt. It's time to move to Israel. Welcome to the show. In bon country, man, po come kiang balak blue. When they come in Nyalewan Toka. Nyalewan Toka means the last panacea on the head of the cat. Only a steeper rasa place around it. Because you know, you go around it, the cat will strike you. And he or she will eat you. They say Kalufagala means snake and laugh. Have you ever seen a snake laugh before? No, it never laughs. But a snake laughs and wants to bite. I call it Jabapunu. Jabapunu is a lecturer. I'm a lecturer. Right now I'm lecturing, right? I'm lecturing you now, right? So I'm called Jabapunu. Welcome to the show. I'm here with George Wayi, the man who is on the tutelage of Jala Griffield, bathing in the wisdom of Jala Griffield, being prepared for future challenges. These are the issues trending to this, on this day. Former Liberia Vice President Joel Howard Taylor speaks out. Launches stinking attack on the rescue government headed by Joseph Jimon Boakai. She speaks of neglect, withholding of all her benefits, including vehicles, What's going on? Rescue mission. What's going on? Ambassador Dr. Joseph Newman Bwakai, my own uncle, my keke. RIA management team yet to restore current at the Rouse International Airport. We told that up to now, up to 2 days or 1 day yesterday, there were power outages there. It accuses big birds, the hostages, for being responsible for the power outage. Why is old man Joseph Newman Bwaka say having this group of people there? And these are the people who criticize past government for the same thing happening there. What is the problem of the RIA? I think we have some suggestions to proffer. I have it. We have it. We'll make the recommendations. Why are they stay there? Kudos to the management of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation for restoring water, pipe and water, and importing some materials to bring water to our doors and to our homes. Somebody said the government of Joseph Newman Bwakai should not take the glory. Yes, I may agree and I would also disagree. Government is continuity. If George, we have started yesterday, and the government today is carrying it on, is implementing the project ongoing, it means that the guys who are there, we should give them kudos. Muhammad Ali. I know it be Muhammad Ali, I call him Mo Ali. Mo Grease Elbow Muhammad Ali. We'll talk about it. We have started it. If Joseph Bwakai answer is good, it's for our country. Me, I be that sweet, I can tell the bad, tell the good. What is the real story behind the 285 yellow machines? Has the procurement process come to an end now? Who wanted to eat $57 million or $22 million for Liberian taxpayers' money? As Jeremiah Ku negotiates or renegotiates the whole process, it comes to $22 million. Do you know that commercial motorcyclists are returning to the street again in central Monrovia? I've encountered them while driving to Pinso and coming from Pinso to town. The guys are violating the no-go zone, Gregory Coleman. IG Gregory Coleman be on their light. The guys are violating again. They are returning gradually. If care is not taken, they will take over Monrovia again. What do we have for the cash giveaway today? Star 79 hash OK sled number 8. Play with 100 LD and win $4,000. Star 79 hash OK and sled number 8. Play with 100 LD and win $4,000. Let me say good afternoon to Mrs. Pellin, former controller at the House of Representatives. Chanel Palace is just beneath our radio station here. It's a place you can come and get all the goodies and everything. Our old man James Farmer is there. The civilized Pele Pape is there. Welcome to the show. Let me say welcome to you, Josh. How are you?
Well, I'm okay, Jala, and I'm glad to be here on the show this afternoon. It's great being here.
How was the weekend?
Well, it was good. I spent the weekend with the manager in Kakata.
Why are you doing that?
We went to see his family, so we were in Kakata, and we later drove to Banga, and we spent, I think, about 2 to 3 hours in Banga. We came back to town yesterday.
Okay, that was good. That's good. It is time to acknowledge the guys who have joined us, and we'll delve into the issues here not very lengthily. And at 3 o'clock, Monserrato County District 3 Representative Smoke Collie Molba will join us. There is a reconciliation program that has to do with the district. We'll talk about his district today exclusively, and I will announce a number for the people in District 3 to phone and tell us about what he's doing in the district. I know District 3 imposed on Liberia and retained a representative for 2 times. It is a one-term representative seat. How does it make a difference? scripture, ask Smomoluba. Let me acknowledge you guys very quickly. Then we'll move into the discussion. The nation's health is here. My name is Jala Greyfield. You can afford to miss it.
Yeah, all my kids they wanting me for. All of my Kenya give it to God. They think you like to yell for la mama. Le papi la soba. They get la do. See the thing I do. Tell her to say we not doing so.
You know, Papi, that's all right. Bless my black face and bless me. Bless my country, Liberia. Bless the leadership of our country, Liberia. You slow, but you sure. Let me welcome Harry T. Joe Jr. Watching for his residence in Caldwell. Donna Dennis, how are you, my dear sister? You always follow us from Manhattan, New York City. Donna Dennis, you're a regular follower of the show, man. But the time will come on a few minutes after she's on the live. Donna keeps sharing the live as well, so that others can follow. Welcome from New York, Manhattan City, Donna Dennis. Stanley Sherry, welcome this afternoon. Watching from Broadway City, Liberia, Monrovia. Abel J. David Troya, watching from Crown Hill. Father Sherry is also one of the regular followers. They are the ones amongst the men. She said, thanks for the good work. Father Sherry, thank you as well. Otto, good afternoon. I'm following from around the freeway. Thanks for the show. Pete Witter, one of our regular followers. He's always on time. The nation's Henry J. And the people's vibe, the people's voice, George. How did we arrive at this point when our current president and deacon remains silent, refusing to acknowledge the sacrifice of those who serve before him, and continue to deny the rightful benefits of past presidents and vice presidents? G. Jefferson K. Colette. I'm watching from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Emma Abraham Quay. I'm following from Chicusu Fat Fair, Gulf Community. Our government officials this year honor President Wakai. Do not have respect for past leaders. Where is our country going? He asked a question. Toka George. Good afternoon, Jala. My name is Toka George. I'm watching you from Banga. One candidate number 2. Thanks for the show. But thank you for my Kenya. You thank you for my head, man. Papa Izo. Sylvester Sanikata. Kamara Masakwe Jerio. M.M. Cole. Makwe. George York A and the LA security coordinator are the serious problem at the airport. Wow. George, I talk at George again. Watching from Banga, welcome. G. Winifred Dwyer, the crown woman. She said she's a civilized crown woman. She follow us from the PSV area. Welcome to the show. J. Tonola Mangel. Watching from Banga. The only leaf, a loon leaf. Tonola means a loon leaf. Is it a plant in this whole world that has only one leaf on it? If it is, then that means it's called Tonola. Mike Dewey. Welcome from Lofa County. G. Winifred Dewey says, good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Grand Jira County, to be precise, Boloken, my hometown. Harriet Lila Brisbane has joined us. Harriet Lila Brisbane, good afternoon to you. Where is Ambassador Alfonso Brisbane? Welcome to the show. Gerald Aaron Licking Blackie. Aaron Licking Blackie. Watching from the district number 13. Senior, the second goal favor me, Lawrence. Watching from Devon. It's in Devon, Delaware, USA. It's goal favor me, Senior Lawrence, the second. Doma Heron Saki. Hey, my brother. Eva, I'm so excited to see you online, Delma. Parent Doman Sake. Watch my boy water side. My brother, you had to call me today. I've called you endlessly. Endlessly. Send tell messages. No way to talk to you. I'm glad to see you online this afternoon, Mr. Henry Domasaki, a very good big brother. Oh, yes. He follows me everywhere I go. Henry Domasaki. That we are watching from Kabada Bapa. Pete weather has come again. Very celebrity. You just put all kind of thing in oil on the name. I know I can't spell out the name. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just passing by. Sylvester Sunny Carter. Information reaching us say there was a drugs that entered the country through the airport and they crossed their deal. Is that the reason why the airport is dark? One case, my brother and friend. I've tested you based on our conversation. He watches me from the US. Thanks for the show, guys. I'm watching from New York, Staten Island community. It's Willen Case Samawulu. Watch and see. Wait for my call. Wait for my information. I shall text you after the show. My brother and friend. James Leber, watching from West Point. Jackson Toby, thanks for the good job. Oliver Swain is watching from Fishtown. River G County, where my friend and brother T. Penignon comes from. Keep your calls coming. Not calls, but keep your messages coming. We shall acknowledge them later. But let me go on. George has lots of things to talk about today. You know, Facebook was inundated with lots of information on the weekend. And specifically what I saw it from was from Unity Party Rescue Soldiers and the supporters of Joseph Nyuman Boakai. Yes, I will call you William K. Somawulu after the show. And then it was about the issue of the Water and Sewer Corporation, where my brother Mohammed Ali serves as Director General or Managing Director. And Mandodi is also there, going Wesingate. They have started something that is appreciable and is laudable. I see many people writing and saying that it started under George Weah. Since 1960 or 1966, the pipes under this earth, under this ground, that you must sit. Sometimes when you draw water from the pump, and you can smell the rust on it, since 1966, the pipes have been under the ground. Sometimes you see when the water comes out, you see it brown. But you go take bath, you smell the water, the rust. It's because the pipe have been there since 1966, I'm told. George Weah, upon assuming the presidency, said, we cannot have a country called Liberia, the oldest African country, and we say have the pipes on the ground, we need to change them. So he negotiated with the World Bank for the change of these pipes. Prince Crippler, a former employee of the WASH Commission who was dismissed for exposing George Nyango for corruption that had led into over $300,000 misappropriation at the WASH Commission, he wrote a piece. I'll read a gist or a synopsis of what he wrote that acknowledges that the project started on George Weah. But my concern is if it started on George Weah, and if this government carries on the project, it becomes something that will laud the government for that. That was the reason we sat here the other day and praised the Minister of Public Works, Lavia Giddens, for continuing the projects that George Weah started. Government is continuity. I know that some things they will do, they will undo them. I listened to you the other day when you talked about the PHP area where they have this park. They want to break it down because they I call it the wire that cable that coming on the water. That they fish
Fabric cable.
That they fish and swallow it. They can swallow it, right? They fish, they can swallow it.
Yes, I think so.
So everything having a problem. So we'll talk about that. But this is what I'm talking about right now. So President Weah went to the World Bank. The World Bank approved a money to change these pipes. And then they started around fish market. I was then at LBS as Deputy Director General. and we give a lot of publicity to it. There's a guy who was a deputy managing director there. Musare was there. They started the project. He was an acting managing director at the time. They started planting some pipes under the ground. And it didn't go far until the new government took over. But what I'm saying here is, if the government of Joseph Newman Boakai thinks that what Jogia started, he can also end it, and he puts a managing director there called Mo Ali, who can help to resolve this problem, okay, who can help to carry on these programs and plans of the government to end George Weah's initiative, it is a good one. Look, Josh, this country is one of the oldest countries in Africa. The way I lauded the Minister of Public Works the other time and said, yes, because if all the roadworks are finished before 2029, if another government comes in, what they do, they will go for another project too. They go for maybe electricity to make the whole country get electricity, or they go for something else. It already is our problem. We don't know about road now again. Already they say they bring in 285 machines. We'll talk about that one here. It is laudable. But again, I will have the time to invite the managing director or his deputy to come and explain to us how did they intend to do this whole thing, because it started on where it's been ended under the administration. So both governments can take the glory. But the way it's being spread on Facebook as though it was negotiated by this government or Joseph Newman Boakai, it's not true. Those of you spreading all the information around that it was on Joseph Boakai, that this thing happening right now, saying that this is all the press are on the ground rotting, they bring in new ones, not true. George Weah started it. He told the World Bank, and the World Bank approved a project, a money for it. They launched it, and it was established. I have photos to that effect. But thanks to Mo Ali and his colleagues are there who are ending this project. My man, everybody wants, under the MDGs, the Millennium Development Goals of the UNDP, whatsoever it is, one of the core values there is about giving safe drinking water to everyone. And if the LWAC management can do what they're doing now to connect every household or to provide water chaos in communities, it'll be laudable. I live in a community where we draw water from the pumps and from the wells. My home has not been connected since. If you're putting in for water to be connected to your house, it takes years before it comes. But again, we cannot pay our blind eyes to what they are doing there. It's a continuation of the project George Weah started. So nobody should agree and say, oh, that Unity Party started. No. It started under George Weah as president, and it will end under Joseph Boakai. Tomorrow, if Kumis comes as president, or WAPO comes as president, or George Weah comes as president, or George Weah comes back, they will start concentrating on other things other than what they are doing right now. George, you want to say a word? Yeah, please.
Yeah, so while it's true that we want to appreciate this government for completing what the former president and his official initiated, it's good that we do this, Jala, because it has been in the public for a few days ago. There are others who have been arguing that, the projects were initiated by former president. We are in others say were initiated by the current president. But again, it's good that you've been able to provide the education to our people so that they get the clear picture of what actually happened. So we want to appreciate Mo Ali. Jala, I think Mo Ali is one of those that were appointed by the current president. That he's doing extremely well, to be honest, Jala. Mo is doing extremely well at the water and silver. Yes, honestly, he's doing extremely well. He's doing extremely well, and I think we should be appreciating these kind of people.
Absolutely.
And if I would recommend to the next government, Jala, whatever government that comes over, can maintain this ball. Let's say Mo Ali, rather.
Yeah.
But again,
even like Mirabro is being accommodated in this government. She works in Ellen government. She works in Weah government. She stay in this government, and she's somebody who everybody sees her as a good woman, a good administrator.
But again, Jala, this is Liberia where people take, I know political parties think they prioritize it over the country. Whether the president is performing or not, they don't have time. Once the president is not from their political party, obviously they boot it out. But Mo is doing well, honestly, Jala.
Thank you, Josh. And then I will have time to invite Mo. If he doesn't come, maybe we will have a time to bring his deputy or one of them. But listen, Prince Kripler wrote a statement. He wrote a post. I'll be listening what thing. I'll read it later. It's just that we have to go into other issues. I will come back later. I will have the conversation paused.
Okay.
Then we'll have a conversation. We'll read his comment, just one or two paragraphs. So there's something happening right now. The former Liberian Vice President, Her Excellency Mayo Neswakoko Dr. Joel Howard Taylor, appeared on one of our sister stations last night. She made mention of so many things. She made some damning allegations against the government. And I saw some footages around, video footages. I saw photos, illustrated photos. Right after the inauguration, she was stripped of all her amenities. She had a government vehicles assigned to her, a security detail. Right after the inauguration, Madam Vice President tells us that while she was there in the hall, the guy has shifted the entire convoy of hers to the Vice President now Kung, without leaving one vehicle for the traveler to go back home. So I wondered as to whether her security detail was assigned to her were also available, because if they took them off the vehicle or they stay on that vehicle and then they assign it to Jeremiah Kung, it's another one. She speaks of all her benefits not given to her. Up to now, she has not received a vehicle from the government. She rides MPP1, which I see every time she's riding it, with no police car behind her, no convoy behind her, everything she's a one. The last time we checked, the vice president made a comment. It says her car was attempted to be fired at around the Borough area, all because she doesn't have a security. She said they are not receiving money or benefits, are not coming as wisely. And so I started wondering that when former President Charles Gange Maata Dakbana Taylor left this country, or before he left the country, or while he was in Calabar in Nigeria, the likes of David Coty and others were asking the government of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to ensure that former President Taylor gets all his benefits. Sandro Dasu Johnson, former senator of Birmingham County, were the progenitors of all of these, asking the government to ensure that former President Taylor gets his benefit. They cry around here. Ellen did not do that. Taylor left. Up to now, I don't know whether it's Mr. Taylor still giving his benefit to the government, even though he's incarcerated, but his wife Victoria is here, or his children are here. He can still get the benefits as enshrined in our law that when you leave power, you should get your benefits. She cried loud last night, and her pain penetrated my heart. And I was like, what is going on in this country? Let's agree. When we're here, George, our president, Joseph Boakai was in opposition as vice president former. I didn't hear much about him being denied his benefits for 6 years. I saw a front page Africa report, a story that said Joseph Boakai denied. And I only saw that headline one time in the newspaper. I think it was a reminder to President Weah that you took over your president now. You must ensure that those who are in opposition, Madam Sirleaf and Mr. Vice President, should get their benefits and everything. I think that was a wake-up call to Mr. President George Weah at the time. So he quickly moved onto his knees and he started providing what they wanted, what is entitled to them. Today, Joel Howard is speaking that even vehicle under the laws under the laws, vehicles be assigned to her, a car given to her, that for personal use as vice president former. You can't take that from her. So I listened to Mr. President now, then, only one time that he was not giving his benefits, And after Front Page Africa reported that, and they changed course. I didn't hear that from Bwaka again. Anytime, any day, that his cars or whatsoever were not given to him. But George says 1 year, 3 months now, I can get salary, I can get car, I can get security. It poses threat to the life of the former vice president. Let me say this to you. You will come and say what you want to say, but in a worst case scenario where it is believed that George Weah did not give support to Bwaka while he was in opposition, the reason why you voted George Weah out was because of these bad policies according to you. These bad policies, you say, oh, well, Weah was there. I just saying something, right? Weah was there. He didn't give the vice president then all his benefits and everything. Not taking from there because he's a bad man. You took Weah from there. You brought Bwaka. If Bwaka comes by now, he becomes president. Should you do the same thing that Weah did to you, or what Ellen did to Chancellor? You call yourselves rescuers, and you come and do things differently. You break away from the past. In my Ellen Johnson Sirleaf voice, when she took the other office on Capitol Hill and said, we'll break away from the past. Even though she said those things, but she didn't break from the past. There were some things on other dock, and not very many things he did. So if we did not pay Joseph Bwaka his benefits yesterday, should you use the same thing against Weah's people? Against George Weah? Or against the vice president now? I didn't think so. This is a cycle that needs to end. Or else, if another government comes in tomorrow and start to institute the same measure against you, Joseph Bwaka, and that of Jeremiah Kuhn, it becomes a win-win situation. It becomes bad. It's not good for our country. In short, what I'm saying is that if things happen on what we are yesterday, and yesterday we did not give support to Bwaka yesterday because XYZ, even though I heard Bwaka complain only one time, now you should not come and institute the same thing against Joseph Joel Howard and George Weah. For Weah, yes, I know he's an affluent man. He does everything. His son is playing football. That man 1 month salary can pay almost how would I say what's 7 years. Because a millionaire. Someone picking out older than money. I'm not here. I didn't judge people not picking say. That's what he play football. That man when he play for him one football, boom, he kick it. That money comes to him. George, you know how you do? You only come on the radio to say this thing or say it publicly because he wants the people like brother to know that he's not getting what he's entitled to. I guess Joel Howard Taylor came on the radio to say that because she's been coerced by the media to speak, and she spoke. Joel Howard Taylor is not a broke woman. She's not broke. She has money. Former First Lady, former Senator for 9 years, and former Vice President for 6 years. You think she's a broke woman? She's not broke. But she said these things on the radio for the people to know that these are things that are happening. They're not correct. Let's stop this thing if it is happening. So I see the vice president from Vice President buying her car MP1. She drives it around. Her driver may be her driver one security. But by law, she must have a security detail aside of her. Do not put her in harm's way. This country is a small country. We should not allow it slip back into the annals of history. Josh.
So Jala, I listened to the former vice president. I followed the interview last night on our sister's station. And sincerely speaking, I was shocked, Jala, when I listened to the vice president. And she spoke about so many things. Too many issues she spoke about. And at the end, I listened to her where she even, someone would say, passing mark. Imagine she was quizzed about the performance of the government from at least, 1 to 9. And she graded the government 5. So that's a passing mark. But again, I kept concentrating.
One to what?
The journalist asked her from 1 to 9. Mm-hmm. How can you grade the government? And she graded the government 5.
Okay.
So automatically, Jala, that's a passing mark.
Yeah, but others will not say it's a passing mark. They will say it's not a passing mark based on their own perception politically. I don't want to argue that, but go ahead.
Yeah. So again, I sat and I kept contemplating as to why it said that the former vice president will not be receiving her immunities or whatever. And I said to myself, it said by law that the former vice president is supposed to be receiving it. Yes, it is. By law, it is. So why is she not receiving it? It said that
if she's not receiving it, means that the president, the former president, is not receiving it too.
we hope to hear from the former president.
Because if there's even a former justice or associate justice of the Supreme Court that has been retired, half salary should come back to you too. So if the former vice president is not receiving it, it means the former president is not receiving it. And all of those who are entitled to the benefits after they have retired or they have retired from office due to political struggle, they're not receiving it too.
Yeah, so if it is by law, why is it that the vice president is not receiving her benefits? And I said, is it lawlessness? In another form, Jala, I think that's just one of the lawless behavior of the government. And I think the president needs to get involved to what's happening. There are too many discussions in the corner, too many things being said at intellectual centers across the country. There are people who are shifting blame on others in government that are influencing this and too many things have been said, Jala. But again, the president of this country, the Honorable Joseph Boakai, like you said, when he was, in the opposition, then former vice president, he got all his immunities as former vice president.
I don't want to say all his amenities,
but there were not a day.
I didn't want to
Jala,
say all his amenities.
I can remember Boakai at the time when he was former vice president to ever come out and say, oh, this moment did not receive.
What happened is he's a statesman and he would not be on the media every other time. And I guess the media picked the mouth of Joelle Howard because she's been quiet for a long time. That's why she averted this one. So she front page ever reported once that he's not getting his support. So at the end of the day, maybe Joelle start giving to him. So let's consider that as a win-win situation.
So now the government will have to listen. What the former vice president said last night is shocking, and too many of our brothers and sisters they are shocked by the news, and that is not politics, Jala. That is not politics. It is by law that she should receive her immunities. Why is she not receiving it? Where is this money going, Jala? Where is the money going? I think we generally will still have more work to do in terms of investigating some of the things the vice president said, Jala.
Okay, Josh. But you know why, Josh? The former vice president says she's written almost all of those who are in authority. They've written her counterparts, Mr. Jeremiah Pankung. She's written the Justice Ministry in recent time. She's written the Speaker and that of the Finance Minister and that of the pro tem, Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, who is also a female. If all of them have failed to address or issue since the government took over, it means that nobody cares. Because if it wasn't the case, if Joelle Howard didn't know, Joelle Howard was the second woman in the country, the second person in the country. If she knew that George Weah did not pay the benefits of the other people that were there before, she would not be raising the kind of concern because our government did not pay. She would say, our government did not pay these people who were there. So I will not ask for you to go and both slap my face. But in my mind, Joelle feels that they paid Joseph Boakai while he was in opposition, and they paid all of those who benefits needed to be paid. That is why she come out to say what he's saying. In my mind, if I were the one, I'll be very ashamed to say that. If I didn't do what is entitled to you, then you can't probably you want to do this. You want to do it to me too? I can't do it. It's not possible, Joy. It's not possible.
It's not possible.
So Joy is making this claim because she knows that they paid the benefits of all these people. You understand? If they have not done it, should not come out to say, case closed on the one. Let them go. Let's close on the yellow machine deal. Small Colin Moloba, District Number 3 representative, will be our guest at 3 o'clock. We'll have a time to talk about it. But other things, I will open one phone line for the people of District Number 3 to call exclusively. Let's hear what your representative is doing in the district. As I said earlier, District 3 is a district that doesn't have respect for lawmakers again. Ever since here. So can Small Moloba break this whole struggle, as I call it. Let me welcome Asata M. Miller. She's watching me and watching us. Vinicius Bar Jr. watching us. And Asata said, good afternoon, Mr. Griffin and Brother George. I'm watching from Red Light. Good to be on the show. Marcus Sao. Good afternoon, following from Kakata City, Maggie County. Marcus, are you the brother of Kutu Sao? If you are, then welcome to the show. I'm told that George, he's your brother. I mean, it's my menke. Budgets GK Lamadan. Good afternoon, Jala Greyfield and George Wayi. I'm following the conversation from Pinson City, District 6. Ma Wendell Son Roberts, listening to you from Matadi community. Joseph Collier, watching and listening from somewhere. Ireti Suku, watching, he said, thank you. D. Thomas Jerry Tile Jr. Representative Eugene Colley Avenue, District Number 5, he's watching from. Eugene M. Colley following. Representative Eugene J.M. Colley Avenue, District Number 3, that D. Thomas W. Taylor Jr. says that. Eugene has become a my man, the thing I'll tell you, you must have seen the school, you'll be 14. Eugene Colley. Representative Eugene Colley. With that big car you get, that big car. You be driving, you can't see him for yourself because you short. You like me. A car will take for you right now. Eugene, I will take your car. I'll just be there. Sylvester Sunny Carter, welcome to the show. Augustine Mo Grace Marvey, welcome from somewhere. He follows us from Kawe resident. Sylvester Sunny Carter watching us from somewhere. He says, so let's move on and close on this one. You know, Josh, I was one of those who praised this government for the acquisition of the yellow machine or the processes leading to the yellow machine being purchased. Because I'm an optimist, I'm not a pessimist. I'm not one of those who think that they will not happen. I want to say it will happen. At the end of the day, when it happens, we all take glory for the government. I was here as a regular talk show host, OKFM, Banana FM, I went to LBS, appointed by the president, gave me a green letter to me. I went there. I was sitting. So there was a deal called the Iboma and Eton deal that Georgia went for. It didn't work. It was a fiasco. It died. And then they said they went repealed the agreement because it stays on. What it does is that it will have a long-lasting binding agreement on us. Will pay some money to the people. They cancel it. And I supported that deal. One of the senators said, if income the devil will take it, and will be our rules. I agreed to that. I said it all. I was one of those celebrating. I said, Joe, we are bringing come be a coastal rule for our country. It didn't work. So Joseph Munyuma Bwaka, my uncle Makeke, has come and said, even though he said was gentleman agreement, he said they put give me 285 yellow machine free. Gentleman agreement. It means that he might say agree. Then George take myself when he carry it, and I'll go use it. Wait for you. But the gentleman agreement tend to be an agreement for like people to pay for yellow machine. 285 yellow machine. It was proposed. I wrote a long conversation on Facebook. It was well received. People commenting and having discontentment and disenchantment and disagreeing with me. I said, this is my view. I support Joseph Nyimon Bwaka for yellow machine business when it comes. It's better for me. Man Kante Bon Kante will get 15. Then Man Kante Lofa will get another 15. So my two counties get 15, that 30, right? Right now, the road to Lofa is very short now. George Manuel, we are started the road from Banga. I got a feasible, I got a Salaye. Salaye right now to speak. The road is going. Yeah, the representatives here already can't say that, man. Yeah, we'll come to talk to each other. A youngish, I would say a youngish representative, Samo Molba is here. We'll talk to him very soon, don't worry. Man, I'll be part of you on the radio. So George, we are saw the road in carry all over the Catholic Salaye. The fact is, George, right now, the government has come with some comments, and we'll not take long on this one because we'll take calls up to 10 minutes after 3. We'll take small more about 10 minutes to 10 minutes to 4:10. That is in 1 hour, right? The people got to talk. And I said to you, look, the people in District 3, I will open one line for you. You're talking to small all over. You're asking all about our question. Yes. So, George, what is happening right now is my question now to the Boaka government, and I must also appreciate them again, that the yellow machine deal that came from $79 million dropped to $43 million again. It has dropped now to $22 million. What was happening, George? I saw a criminal cartel that was trying to rob the people of this country lots of money. And Mamaka Belete was one of those who announced at a retreat at the ministerial complex that the government has procured 285 machines. They paraded with these machines on the road here and there, and then they carried a packet of what the building said, BDC. Joseph Parker said, no, I think there's a problem. There's a problem. So let's go and renegotiate the machine business. Even though Parker said that gentleman agreement, you mean that? Yeah, I hear a friend say, I'll give machine free. When he, after that says, you can pay me, or you can pay for it, I will give it to you free. So how did a gentleman agreement becomes a binding agreement on a contract like we're going to pay $22 million for it? At one point, the president said to us that the what Jala is he will pay for it. How did a yellow machine deal turn to be an agreement for the country to pay the money? Then people that were negotiating, they wanted to steal $21 million from our country. $21 million US. But thanks to Boakai, thanks to Joseph Newman Boakai for his fast sightseeing. It is old man just get out in the morning and just sometimes he just take time to read or listen to people. Many of the things that are happening are not happening. What is happening right now with Boakai is that the guys are putting things on your head. You know, the old man is already old. My Prince Johnson voice. The old man is old. So he's there in the morning. The guys go to briefing. They give you all the documents. You know some of the appointments have been made right now. Boakai doesn't know the people. He doesn't know everybody who has been appointed. That one is a fact. Boakai doesn't know everybody. In Georgia, they don't know some people he appointed. And they don't know some people she appointed too. So what I'm talking about is that why were these guys trying to steal $22 million for our country to procure yellow machines? So it was a fight scene by the president, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Newman Boakai, president of our country, to have said, let's go and renegotiate, and appointed Jeremiah Kuhn to be head of that committee. And after renegotiation, we are coming out to $22 million. Isn't that a laudable gesture? Yes, it is. But Mr. President, what is happening? The guys who negotiated for the yellow machines before, they are saying a cabinet, they are saying around you. Can you set up a committee to investigate them? Why they want to put the country in this kind of mess? Why they wanted to see $21 million out of the country? The initial study was around $79 million. To negotiate for $79 million to come to $22 million, it takes a man to do that. And hats off to the Vice President, His Excellency Jeremiah Kuhn, for that. It speaks volume to his leadership as well. Let me say congratulations to my big brother and friend, Finance Minister Gafwan, on his birthday today. I forgot, Mr. Gafwan. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Minister. I know. So that's how it looks like. There was a cartel that wanted to steal $21 million out of our country, go in our pockets. Let me end on this one, George. If the president, His Excellency Joseph Nyimon Boakai will just sit every time they bring decision, they bring document to him. Even when he's sleeping, he will open and go while eyes, then his eyes will cold water. They clear. Then you go and read that document and see the one they're taking from there. Yeah, put red inside. Yeah. That's my red pen here. Put red pen inside. Cancel some things. If the president of Liberia had not put his feet on the ground and told Jeremiah Conse, go and renegotiate, these criminals around Boakai were stolen almost $21 million from the country. And some of the monies are going to the district number 3 where I live. Where Simon Molva is building almost a $1 million project that has to do with youth development, other issues, other infrastructure there. So we'll go there for kind of development fund. But 3 or 4 persons decided to steal the country money, $21 million, whooping $21 million they want to steal. It was good the president put the feet down and said, Mr. Vice President, go and renegotiate. And let me say thank you to the Liberian people. They are resilient. You stood, when we opened the phone lines, you call and condemn the government for that. That's democracy. You stood and you condemned the government for it. Today, because of your advocacy and our advocacy here and everywhere, it has made this country look better. We save ourselves over $22 million that are going in people's pockets. Open Boakai, my uncle Makeke. Don't sleep. I know you are old. When you get in the morning, you gotta take a tea, drink a tea. They put your shoe in your food, they put your shirt on you, they put your coat on you, you gotta come to the mansion. After 4, you gotta go. After 4, you go back home now, you go home now. You gotta go to bed. After some time, you go to bed. After 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you go to bed. But take your time and look at some of these decisions the guys are taking. There are people around here taking decisions that are unorthodox. And they are the ones that negatively impacted this country. George, let's go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, so Jala, the issue of this yellow machine thing, I said it the other time on the show, and I'll repeat. You know, the guys attempted to steal over $20 million.
Yes.
And I said the other day, that's a criminal attempt. And I called on the president to take action against Mamaka Belite, Grispe, and the rest of the guys. Jala, I think it's fair enough that when people are involved into the kind of activities, there should be action taken against them. Look, today it is yellow machine. Mm-hmm. The president, he was smart to have called the vice president to get involved. Mm-hmm. So what's happened if the president were not going to call the vice president to get involved? The guys were going to steal the money.
The president, you wake up.
Obviously, they were going to steal the money. So the president should take action against Mamaka Belite and Grispe and the rest of the guys for what they attempted to do to the country. That money, $20 million, can help to improve other sectors in our country. Jala.
Absolutely.
That money can help. It can do too many things, but again, there are too many contradictions regarding the yellow machine thing. The president said, "Oh, that my friend gave it to me."
My friend gave it
that. Then you come back again, you say,
so
again, we
that one we listen to now.
We wait to see Jala what the yellow machine will come. We hope and pray that.
Your discussion with people.
Honestly,
you are the president of this country. When you are communicating with the people, your conversation becomes a policy statement.
Oh yeah.
You can come and tell us today that Jeremiah agreement.
The next day,
double pay for you. Yeah, double pay. Then you can tell we pay $22 million for you. But guess what? The good news is that the government says EcoBank will pay the $22 million. Then after February 2026, the government start paying the money by the EcoBank. So the money doesn't come from the government now because we are going through a turbulence time. So the government has said that the EcoBank will pay for the machines. They start paying EcoBank for three years period. As of next year, February or so. George is good. Let's add the phone lines for the 5-6 calls. We'll take small calling Moluba. The time the locals are eating will add it up. And I want you to eat the eye with people.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Quickly before we go to the lunch, Jara, the cash giveaway is on. We're giving $4,000.
Yes.
*799 hash OK. Select number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Play with $100 Liberian and win $4,000. So 3 person will play 2 times.
Speak of Eugene Jobo, former Deputy Director General at the CDA. Welcome, Mr. Director General.
Thank you so much, Jala, it's a pleasure to be on your network this afternoon.
Go ahead. Let's hear you from. You have only 1 minute.
Yeah, Jala, I listened to your analysis and related to your talking point with the issue with the other two with yellow machine. Jala, are we now convinced that the machine will cost us $22 million? Are we convinced? Celebrate?
If you're not convinced, let me know why you're not convinced.
If the process is done, if the process has not been open to the bring people about how the government went about doing the negotiation, this is the vice president, the current vice president, who is on record allegedly of corruption. And we want us to celebrate the vice president in negotiation with Yellow Machine because it was $2 million money.
So, but that's what happened, Eugene. The onus is now on transparency institutions in this country to ask the vice president to provide information leading to the acquisition of these machines.
So I agree with you.
Our work as journalists is to put it in the microphone, reporter here and talk about it. So the Centauri are here. The Nimbods are here.
To be confused that is the extra, it is the exact amount for the equipment. We need transparency and the president to be open. How did the government just run to equipment?
All right. Thank you, Eugene Jogo. Thanks a lot. You have made a comment. There are guys who are calling me now. Let me take that call. Hello, welcome. You live on Voice of Liberia. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Jala.
Good afternoon. Is that David King?
Thank you. This is David King, and I do.
David King, you have respected 1 minute to go. No more than 1 minute.
Yeah, Jala. The money is taken from Echo Bank for the yellow machine. I want to know whether it went through the legislature. Before you can loan any money, the people representatives have to know about it. Not for the president to have gentleman agreement with the management of Echo Bank to loan us money all by themselves. You see, Mr. Baga are taking this country to be a personal inheritance. And I don't think our country should be handled that way. Okay? And the respect that was brought to Madam Taylor during the transition on that day where she was sitting by the sidewalk under the tree, even the executive manager, her predecessor took out of the vehicle with him and leaving her in the street for more than 45 minutes. I think as a young man, he should think about his own future tomorrow. Because where we are now, Jeremiah Kuhn, he just having this time, this holiday. He will not be re-elected as vice president or president of the Republic.
Mama, you want to decide that one. Hold on, decision.
We do that, my brother, will campaign.
Thank you. Let me the next caller. The next caller is welcome. But David King, the thing is that yes, myself, I don't. What the vice president was explaining last night on the radio, it was despicable. You don't treat someone like that. In as much you leave government tomorrow, do you expect people to bring you on a car and for your home and pack the play they have the inauguration? That when you're different, you can't go back. You must have a security detail as somewhere when you go back to your home. There's a process where the government will say, Madam former Vice President, you have a security detail assigned with you. You have over 200 police officers assigned with you, EPS person. Tomorrow will come to your house to take a car from you. They should be informed. But it is her at the inauguration site as Vice President was unorthodox and despicable. The next caller, hello, welcome. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Brother John.
Who's in care 1 minute, no more than 1 minute?
Thank you, I appreciate it. Good afternoon to you. I joined you from Jacobstown District too. Let me appreciate you for acknowledging the working of the different officials, even appreciating Amo Ali. Of course, he's doing exceptional work at the civil, and even with the vice president. But it only baffles me when a former government official phone in and said, Jala, you should not appreciate the former vice president because there is no investigation as to establish whether the money is spent or what is our government money. That for me, I don't know. Because mind you, there is a law that talks about if the Freedom of Information Act. You can seek information from government entity. You can go there as long as for the public consumption. You can go be right and they can give you that information. So if you will not follow that trend as a former official And because that we appreciate the former the vice president and officials of our government, that you want to have an issue, then I think it worrisome. It very, very worrisome. But thank you for acknowledging the different workings of our different officials. Why the issue there are challenges in different sectors, and you people continue to recommend and as you recommend the government look in that direction. Then democracy is at the peak. So thank you guys. Continue to do for your country.
Hussein, thanks a lot. Let me take the next caller coming on this other line. The lines are bristling right now to speak. Let me take this one. Hello, welcome. Is that Peter David Carlson who calls on the street light in Johnsonville?
Yeah, thank you very much for the recognition. I'm Peter David Carlson. I come from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville.
I'm trying to master the voices of all my callers. You know, that I want to do that one.
Yeah,
go ahead,
you are very smart. Jara, you see the issue regarding to the yellow machine, I think, and it does not worth celebration. And there are so many questions that need to be raised and answered. And one of the major questions is the vice president came out, he said, he renegotiated. How was it renegotiated? So the vice president and the government of the Republic of Liberia need to come in and explain to us. Then
yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. And that of Mr. And everyone you have called, the guy who called from, if it's good, come and tell us how was the new renegotiation process done, and what was the issues you have put before the guys, and how do we save the other money from? 22 million have been stolen by some people.
Yeah. So those ideas we are looking at, and there was a negotiator to legislative proceeding and the public procurement and the processes of the Republic of Liberia. So this country is not a country of men, it's a country of law.
Thank you,
so
Peter.
Those individuals just wake up and just go sit somewhere and make negotiation on behalf of us. Yes,
all right, Peter. Thanks a lot. We didn't have much time. We'll take 2 more calls and go to Sumo Colin Moroba, the man who represents District Number 3 in the legislature, a youngish representative. Asada Miller welcomes. She says, Nina Kuya says, good morning, guys. I'm North Dakota. It's Nina Kuya, my sister. Welcome. Hello, welcome to the next caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brother Jara.
Good afternoon. Are you the one calling from District Number 17 from Nigutown?
I call him from District 8. And my name is Arvin Daniel, and I call from District 8.
Okay, the guy who called from that place is
Brother Jara, let me appreciate this afternoon for the talking point. Also, let me appreciate the Almighty God for pumping breath into us, our voice to be heard.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Brother Jara, when it comes to the yellow machine, it been so confusing. The president said confusing because once upon a time he told us the machine was given by a friend. There was no damn what paid for that particular machine. Today again we hear about 25 million. The first time it was 80 million, but today you hear 25 million. There are some criminal attempt around the president, and the president has to be very, very smart with more than first of better griffith. He got them, they want to they noted that the old man is very old, so for everything they want to use that old age. So they can ring that start in the 6 years. The old man has to be very careful with these people around. Mama can't bear it there. They laugh at the old man up to another 10 line.
Thank you. You made a point. Let's say the next caller will go to the last caller, will call it a quid. I will play a very beautiful Loma song for my brother who has come.
Mr. Griffey.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Griffey.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you, and let me say good afternoon to George.
Kwewu William Corvey. Is that you?
Thank you for the recognition.
You have now 45 seconds because no time.
I will be very concise.
I'm gonna give you 1 second. Problem, man. Go ahead.
Thank you, bro. Let me appreciate you for the very analysis. Firstly, regarding the yellow machine issue, Mr. Griffey, you and I know that there are 2 successful persons of the government. And number 1 is the president, and number 2 it is the information ministry. At no point in time did the president or the information minister or the ministry tell us how much for any amount of quantities of machine that would have come into the country. So whatever
say that again. Say that. No, wait. Say that again. What did he say?
Come again.
What did he say just now? That the president now announced how many pieces of machine come here?
I said the government through the president and that of the information ministry, the official spokesperson for the government, they never tell the Liberian people before is the actual cost of the machines that are supposed to come
No,
into the
remember
country.
the man
It is
Covier.
for-
If you go that way, I'll
No.
cut it off with no remorse because you are here.
Uh-huh.
You follow this. You follow the radiation. I already got all the talk shows then. Don't say where you are and be very disingenuous to the people of Liberia. Don't do that.
No, this is what
No,
I
listen,
said,
I don't want
right?
to. No, listen,
You
brother.
can put me.
No, listen.
can
No,
put
no,
me-
no, 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 no.
Okay.
Mama
Go
Kabelede announced at the ministerial complex that time that 285 machines will come to the country. She attached a figure to it.
She attacked the figure in that ministerial meeting.
Yes,
The
it-
com- the
Yes, it was. And afterward, listen, it was. And afterward, it will be. They announce it continuously. For 79 million, listen, my friend. For 79 million, it killed 43 million. 80 million, right?
What?
And you know
My
that we.
point-
No,
Mr.
cover,
Griffith,
no.
Mr. Griffith,
No,
okay.
I'm gonna.
Mr. Griffith.
I'm not. I'm thinking you be disingenuous in the country. Let me do the country. You want to the country? Let me the last one go to Samo. Sorry, honorable Samo Morva. Sorry.
Hello?
Hello, where can you the last caller, man? That man,
Yeah.
coffee is very disingenuous,
Like,
man.
yeah,
You
I
don't
want
do that.
to know,
Hello, let's hear you.
Yeah, like one boy called me and tell me like and
My man, I know cash away. I told my thing here. I told politics. I'm talking about cash away. You want money in your pocket? Go come. You call after you leave, and joy will be here. Get cash giveaway. Let's do the last caller, brother. Hello. Hello, let's hear you.
Afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Is that George Barrett?
Yes, thank you for
Is
the
that George
recognition.
Barrett?
Yeah, James Barrett.
There's been a call from.
Chairman of the the
From
Veteran
Newtown?
Assembly, Newtown.
Oh, I got it this summer.
Thank
Yes,
you
go
a
ahead.
lot, Mr. Matthew. Back to the point concerning about the yellow machine.
You're the last caller.
Yeah, we want to know, let the president be exact and be bold to tell the Liberian people who are those that he has appointed, to negotiate for the yellow machine deal. We are not against bringing yellow machine, to solve the problem of the Liberian people concerning road connectivity and what have you. Tell the Liberian people what is in the deal. We want to know. Because it is alleged that Mama Kabelete, she's on her way, to South Africa. And it's also alleged that she got an office in South Africa. Okay, for the person that she too represented in the deal. So what really is going on? Is now the vice president is president who is quote unquote also, is alleged that he's corrupt in the yellow machine deal to negotiate in behalf of the Liberian government. How the money is about now to be taken from I don't know what have you bank. Okay, who is aware? Is the house is aware? We know that in the law, any amount that about $300 United States, the representative have to be involved. Are they informed? Are they informed, quote unquote?
Thank you, James Barrett. Thanks a lot, James Barrett. Thanks a lot, gentlemen. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Roberta Riches, welcome watching. Roberta Riches, welcome. Ahmed Mohammed Taku, welcome. Representative Smoke Colin Moore is here. We have a conversation. Our business is about to go through transformation. Lots of things happening. There's a retreat. Star 799 hash. Okay, and select number 8. Play with 100 LD and win $4,000. On the money like this. If you won $4,000, what it means, they give you a bag of rice. It's more change. Star 7.5 OK, select number 8 and play with 100 LD. There's a guy in this video. He was a childhood friend from Wokyang. It's called Telewoyong. That's Jeremiah Telewoyong's brother. He died. Every time I play this video, I see it. I feel so broken. Never couple. Or to never. Good afternoon, Jala and George watching from Monrovia. Let's talk the luxury car. What that thought I lost? When I thought of luxury, baby. They come here already got me by $600,000 car. You can understand that? Saturday, so you wanna wear. Is it okay now? Oh yes. And this is a welcome treat for the man called Simo Morba. Simo call him Morba. That's a welcome here because you know the man's a lama man. Have a greasy, you know, it means put your hands together. I guess for that. I want to say it small. Put your hands together for Liberia. Did the Gizzy? Where's my man? David Seva Masakwa, the head of the Savage school system. Welcome to the show. I just tease right now. It's a distinguished pleasure. You gotta check this. I have an echo in this microphone. I don't know why. Oh no. It's okay. It's better. It's a bit better. Is it the one that representative has now? Okay. Welcome to Voice of Liberia 104.1 to other frequencies across Liberia, Magibbi County, Bon County, Nimba, Grand Bassa, Lofa. The guys are hearing us right now in Vanyama and beyond. We've had all the equipment established and settled in those areas. But you know, today, I live in this one 3. You need to check this again, Dante. It's having a hollow sound. And if possible, okay, so I think it's better now. If the man speaks, I didn't hear it, but I'll tell you. But you know, this is number 3 in Mosrado County. It's a post-war district since I knew myself. I don't know the time where Samakando was president. They had representation. Samakando left and Chancellor came. It was a proportional representation that comprises the guys from the diaspora. And I know Edwin Jua and others came from the diaspora. David Kuti and others, I don't know what they did. David Kuti will call maybe. But again, it has come to a democracy after the war. And one of the democratically elected persons is Honorable Sumo Koli Morwa. And is that, not that one. Let me leave that one. He's my guest today.
You're right.
Our district is having a retreat.
You're right.
A retreat of many people. It was a peoples.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe we'll have the white people coming there because he has some white friend and find the states and they will come. He decided to have this retreat to hear from the people how they feel and where the district goes after here. And so I thought I'd invite him today to talk about the district. You know, District 3 has a history of not repeating representatives.
Yeah, I'm not part of that.
How does he kill this whole thing? Someone welcome.
Thank you. I would like to say good afternoon to everyone, including our people from District Number 3. And to those Liberians listening to me and getting my voice, I would like to say good afternoon as we go through the discussion. Yeah.
Let me sit back for a while. Let's sit back for a while, Josh and I, and listen to you.
All right.
Talk to your people in the district and tell us about this whole retreat. I did 5 minutes.
All right. I think Let me first clear the notion that district number three is a district that cannot keep a lawmaker for the next term. I think what happened with district number three is not about keeping a lawmaker; it's about the one who can do the job. So if you cannot do the job, then district number three will not retrain you. But then there are a lot of things we notice that have a lot of leaders have fallen short of in the past. I'm aware of Bill Twawe. Bill Twawe was removed. I'm aware of CB Bashir. He was also removed. And I think it happened because of few reasons. Sometimes it depends on who you are working along with. There are people who work along with you pretending to be a good worker, but then they are not efficient. So you cannot keep people who are not efficient in the system to continue with them, because if you do that, then at the end of the day, you will land like any other lawmaker in district number three.
Okay.
But then we look at things different. The first thing what we planned to do was to do a spot check to know what our district have, also to know those facilities that our people are using, that they are renting, that could generate funds, not just for their pocket, but it should be in a way, in a holistic way, where everybody can benefit from what the income from whatsoever the district tried to generate from her own revenue.
Okay.
So when I went there, it was difficult at first, because my first, it was very tough, because no one wants to go through a spot check. Nobody wants to go through an audit. So it make it much difficult for me. So what I did when it was difficult, because I found that we have an administrative building that people usually get funds from the administrative building. They rent the place, get money. But then when you try to speak as a lawmaker, the next thing will tell you, this law, this thing is local government. It's our duty. But then local government should not be corrupt. Local government should follow the rules and procedure so that we all can be free from corruption. So when we look at the 2018 Act, in the 2018 Act, the 2018 Act also called for an audit. This part is not from our side, but you have institutions that can go about the audit procedure. So you will not have lawmakers like the past. People take money and give it to certain group of people who claim to be the district council without you can see anything that they are doing with the money. So it make it very difficult for the lawmaker. So when we went there through the spot check, we found out that there was a lot of foul play, right? And it may not be from the lawmaker themselves. It may be from the one who the implementing on. We gave you this amount, we said do this, and you cannot do it. So definitely the name of the lawmaker will not grow, because you are not doing what the thing the lawmaker, those money the lawmaker is putting aside for project, you are not doing it. So it make it more difficult for the lawmaker. But then we look at it different. Our thing is that people that are corrupt, that we can do our spot check through our audit and find out that they are corrupt, then you need not to keep them in the system. We have people who have been in for the constitution, the district constitution. People have been there for a very long time. People have been there for 28 years.
Is that the intent of the retreat?
The intent of the retreat is our annual message. But I'm setting the basis for the annual message. Then we go through it. So when we took office, after the spot check, we found out that people that we can work with, people that need to go through election, because even our constitution, district constitution, call for election. So people need to go through the right process and do the right thing. So at the end of the day, we landed with one agreement where a few people were changed, other came on board. We met in few on board, and now we are going through the Vera district, Vera community election. We have 11 community. We have gone roughly through 8. Right, we have 3 more remaining, and hopefully by the end of this, before June, we must have completed all of those communities. But then completing the communities, after the community election, then we have our DDC. We try to build our advisory council. Now there is no DDC in the 2018 Act. We have what we call advisory council. The advisory council work with the county council to implement those governmental projects that government deemed necessary. So with that, we went through a lot. The first thing, after all of the spot checking, we had a reconciliation program. We brought people on board. We had some discussion. We had like roughly 5 different town hall meetings. We had 2 at the George Washington Institute. We had 2 at the administrative building, and we had 1 at the Jallo shop. So all of these meetings were to help mitigate all of those past time where people had difficulties in understanding the local government. So we had to do that. We had to trash all of those different things that we deemed was not necessary to form part of our agenda. So when we had the agenda, our plan was to execute. That's the mandate, the 2024 agenda. So one of the 2024 agenda was to put forth a bill in the interest not of District 3 only, in the interest of the people of Liberia.
And how far is this bill? And how do you call the bill?
The bill is the War and Economic Crime Court bill that we fought for. And through history, there haven't been a lawmaker that have fought for one bill in District number 3 that came out from both houses, that both houses concurred, and it was approved by the president. Not in the history of District number 3.
Do you see that as a boast on your leadership?
It's not a boast. It's not a boast. Look, we should be grateful for things that we are doing. Because I'm not considering it to be a boast. Because what I believe in, the dead cannot speak for themselves. It is the one who is alive that speaks for the dead. So if we are speaking for the dead, it shows that we want the right thing to happen. And some of the right thing to happen, over the time, people steal money. So most often we focus just on the war aspect, but also look at the economic aspect of it. How many persons take money, public money, to build schools? How many persons take public funds to build hospitals in their own name? And that's wrong. So in order to set up that bill will help Liberia a lot. That's not the only thing we did. We also co-sponsor other bills in the interest of our people. I'm aware of the Painesville Community College bill, right? So at our oversight at the House, we did so many things. We supported other bills in the interest of our people. In the district, in our agenda, we talk about reconciliation, the first thing. In order to reconcile our people, we have 5 focus points. The 5 focus points is where we had our town hall meeting to have discussion with our people. And in the town hall meeting, we have set up, one thing we did was to look at the constitution that talk about perpetual existence for setting community leader, the board. There's no way in the world you can have someone stay in position all throughout. So we make reference, a recommendation that we need to have a review of the constitution. So this coming retreat is about our annual message, things that we have done. And there are so many things we have done. On a reconciliation, we talk about soccer, we talk about the town hall meeting. Then we have infrastructure. On our infrastructure, we talk about the Boca Town market. We modernize the market because at first it was just something very dilapidated. But then we had to change, break down the entire market, rebuild it, modernize it, where you have lights and other things. So on the infrastructure, we also did roads, the network of roads. We did the Morrison Farm Road, we did the Coca-Cola Factory Road, we did LBS Road, we did West Bend Road, we did Catlett, the road there, we sent the machine there, we did the road, we did the Nizo Road, right? We even did coverts and placed in gravel during the reading season for Nizo Road. We also gave 2,000 United States dollars to the Danachia Community General Clinic. They are on that road now, working on the road. And we also did the construction of our technical college.
That road connects Danachia to the German Clinic?
To the German Clinic, yeah. So we also did the construction, the first foundation.
It's been in assistance for almost a decade.
Yeah, so we just gave release form so that I can put in the dike. Hopefully we work hard to see how we can send the machine in to at least spread the dike so that the road can be flyable for our people. So we also did the technical college. When we promised, we promised. We promised our people a technical college. So we did this, the first floor, we did that. Then through the legislative project, we assigned the foundation to a list. List had completed the first phase of the building. We'll be looking at casting the top to go to the second floor, and we look at the third floor. So there are so many things. And then as it relates to the young people, right? We first of all had the issue of the motorcycle. I was the first person that came here and told you about the motorcycle that we're going to help. I gave 500 helmets, right? 500 helmets with reflective jackets. Then the drainages. During the rainy season, our area is flooded up. We had to clean up the drainage, and we gave 105 wheelbarrow, 105 rainbows, 105 decal, 105 shovel.
What do
to
the
be
people?
shared,
Yeah.
Go
to be
ahead.
shared with the various communities in order to clean the drainage. We did not stop there. We also make available machine for all of those car wash center under the young people. We supply them with 8 car washing machine to make sure no need to wash the car with your hand. You can use the machine to have a better life. And we also provided, the good thing about it, we have a TVEC program that put up 400 women out. You're aware of it. We put up 400 women. They graduated from the school almost a year. We've been sponsoring them from materials, uniform, copybook, everything. Hopefully, we will be launching the second phase of this program Saturday. So Saturday is a big day. We'll be launching the second phase of the program Saturday. We have also provided 425 scholarships. So, and you see here, we are going with evidence.
Scholarships for students
For
in grade
students
schools
from
or
primary to secondary, from the undergraduate level, the TVET program, we have provided 425. I have 164 students in my school. So we came with this one. You have the pictorial evidence. And you also, sometimes you just walk and do your own investigation. Get to the various schools that you see there, do your investigation. If you want need, we can give you need. You do your own fact-finding to verify. I'm one person, when I say things, it's all about doing what I'm telling my people. So we have done a lot, and we are sure the retreat will be a very basic one, where, because at the same time, the retreat, we will be again giving scholarship, NVTC scholarship. We have paid for the entrance fee for 40 students from district number 3. So we decentralized it. We have 11 communities. Every community will send at least 4 persons. So the 40 students, after they have gone through the entrance, we will take the responsibility to pay their school fees, to pay their uniform. The school fee is in the tune of $2.5 million Liberia.
NVDC.
Yeah, NVDC, $2.5 million Liberian dollars, along with 2,065 United States dollars.
Do you have also students in colleges around?
Of course, I have students. I have 3 in the University of Liberia. I have 2 in Polytechnic. There are 9 students totally at the very university. 9. We have some at AMEU. Yeah.
Now, so let me come to this, and then.
And Jala, the thing here is this. Yeah,
What?
before you come to that. So I was expecting you to ask the question, where am I getting the phone is from?
No, but then you tell me what to ask.
Yeah. Because that should be the major thing.
Where you
People need to know where the money comes from.
from.
So let's get it straight. I think over the time you have heard me and I've been here. Even the issue of the yellow machine when I brought it out, the issue of MVDC, the allotment assigned to MVDC under Youth and Sport. Youth and Sport received in the budget of 2024. They received close to $5 million United States dollars in their budget. That's their budget allotment. And when you check the estimate at turn, they are roughly in $4 million. So, but then look at the budget on a youth and sport for MVTC. 3,000 USD.
For what?
Allotted to MVDC. Do your own fact finding. Even this year, another 3,000 allotted. I'm telling you, MVTC. But then when you see the same budget, you see the Maryland Harper College, right? Technical College. They received 200,000. They have never received money before. But 2025, they received 200,000 because somebody on West Me is sitting there from Maryland, which is not, because when we compare, when we do our own investigation.
But what's more, how are you getting all the information?
At the public budgeting. I understand the budget very well. When it came to the alteration, I was the young man here telling the people that the budget was altered. When it came to the $16 million outspending of the budget, I was here to tell you that there was $16 million outspending. And today, 2025 budget, it may not be outspending, but they are shipped in different locations to collect money. It's in the budget. That they are placed in the budget, right? That they change the nomenclature because people monitoring the budget.
That one I could do.
So in the same budget, we have what we call dipping of figures, double dipping of figures. On a double dipping of figures, you assign more figure to one line ministry because at the intent of it, you're going behind that to collect it. So let's look at our Ministry of Finance. The allotment for Ministry of Finance is $19 million. The past 2024. The actual is $85 million. So where in the world can you double dip figures? You assign the budget to $190 million. That's fueling.
And
You don't double dip figure in public.
85 minutes, alternate.
Yeah, you get that. So if you get an alternate of 85 million, it tells us that you use 85 million. So why in the world will you double dip the figure to 190?
So the Minister of Finance is in corruption. What are you saying?
What are the minister in corruption?
The ministry is in corruption. Not the minister.
The budget itself, because we're not.
Or there are people who are appropriating this, who are pushing these monies. They go out there and take the balance money.
There are a few. There are so many sectors.
He said 85 million.
There are so many. You know, if we come to the house, we come to lawmaker a budget. I can expand the budget. We can discuss the budget, and I show you area that they changed the nomenclature, which is wrong.
But Mr.
Yeah.
Honorable Moloba, I didn't have it back here.
So
Let's
let's get back to our district.
exclusively on some of the matters.
Yeah.
For today, our conversation is shifted towards the district.
The district.
Which
So
is
in
good.
order to
But
get
it's
to the
also
district,
good that you
in
are.
order to get to the district, I come in from the budget line. Because I will bring you to something. I want to just give you the picture of it.
In that.
From the budget line, in order to bring it to the district, we have what we call the county development fund. We have the social development fund. There are money allotted not from government, it came from concessions. Because if Mosterada is part of those concessions that, you know, within the county, Mosterada should benefit. So we have Western Cluster, we have China Union, and there are so many concessions, about 3 or 4 of them, even Firestone. So the way the district works through local governance. We have the superintendent, we have the county council, we have the advisory council. So if you allot, if government allot for county development for 150, the 150 is not for the superintendent office. The 150 is for the people of every district to be used. There is nothing in the 2018 Act that says that administratively you can use that amount for your office. It makes no sense. So what happened with the people? How you go about decentralization? So another part of the funds we are looking at is the social development fund. Every year there are certain amount allotted to every county.
Yes.
As it relates to social development fund, is the county and social development fund that the district use to carry on development. So if you cannot give the social development fund, like the president said, he said this birthday, they gave it out. People have received it. But up to now, most already have not received a dime. So how you expect all of what I'm doing?
Listen to DJ Blues, who is a representative of this 17.
DJ Blue is frustrated. He's frustrated. Right? All of what we are doing is from our own little thing that God bless us with.
But Honorable Moloba, before you left, during the time of the start of this Hola Balo on Capitol Hill, we were told that $150,000 was allotted to every district for constituency visitation. And those of you who were on the
what?
side, constituency visitation.
But Jala, you can read and write. Why would you listen to lyrics like that?
No, I heard
the
that.
budget, look through the budget. There's nothing that they allotted for constituency visit.
And so what I'm saying is that when it was allotted, and you guys who were on the side of Speaker Kofa, you did not benefit from anything. Other guys benefited.
Oh, Jala, we have what we call constituent visit in the budget line under the house, where you go to meet your people, where you go to engage your people.
Like
if you have any project, town hall meeting, it helps support that agenda. But here's the thing. In the 2025 budget, because if any of my colleagues said that from the minority bloc, then they lack the idea of public budgeting. In the I won't like to lie. I like to be genuine. In the budget, when you look at the budget, you find out that the nomenclature they have there, constituency visit, the figure there is 0. It was shit. Because people feel that when it is there, then it exposes the process. So in order not to allow your police to have their constituency visit in America for their district where they can go and work, so you change that nomenclature, council airport 0, medical 0, right? And give it a different name. Okay. Then you deny them of getting what they should have to get in their various district and work. So I will come back to expound the budget, to discuss the budget. The name that they gave it, I will call the name to you. I don't want to do it here. Okay. Or let me just call it to you. Other compensation. So just take the budget,
Compensation.
order compensation. That's the name. That's the new name.
And what is
Order
under that?
compensation.
What is
they
under
need
that?
to tell you. Those that craft the budget, that they're the formulation of the budget, they need to tell you.
Is it that somebody schooling you all the guys off? This so you are not a budget on the budget planning process.
Jala, you're aware of me.
You mean school off?
Jala, you're aware of me.
Blitz?
My person there is not about your money issue. I'm there to expose things when I see it. When I see one that is not in the interest of the Liberian people, I speak against it. I expose it. Even the issue of the yellow machine, I was here when I told you, right? The China group from China, right? From the Wuhan province. I had known this group where I had dealt with Chinese over and over and over. So when I told you the amount allotted for this machine is fraud, that's fraudulent act. People want to eat money. And I'm saying it here again. People make me mention of EcoBank. We have laws. We have the PPCC law, right?
EcoBank will
The
pay the
Public
money.
Procurement Concession Act of 2010. In there, there's a bidding process. No one go about with procuring to do things on their own. You have to go through a bidding process.
On the Molba, because it has to go to the legislature and on the PPCs as well. But the government said to us now,
the conversation is going beyond district number 3.
Yeah,
so another time you will come with this.
We'll discuss number 3.
Yeah.
I have a few questions to ask.
Yeah, okay.
People listened to expose earlier. But this one I just jumped into it because of the national ad they gave to it. But what is it about? So if the government is saying 22 million will be given to EcoBank after a 3 years period to do payment for the machine, and without the approval of the legislature, I'm just thinking.
Jala, you have the PFM law, Public Financial Management Law.
Yes.
Right? That's not the procedure. Even in the Constitution, that's not the procedure.
But if the government
the lawmaker.
The media is
but when they say lawmaker, then the Liberian people will understand it to be people who are corrupt. The lawmaker want money. What we're saying, they are not all of the lawmakers are wicked. Now, all of the lawmakers are
Unless.
Yeah. So, what we need to do, you have some lawmakers that will come out to expose things. I'm one of them. All the time, when we came here, we told you the procedure that is wrong, and even the issue of the machine. When you see, it depends on the grade. When you talk about $22 million, we're talking about 285 pieces of machine. The first thing as Liberian, what you think of, from 80 million to 22, then you look at the grade of machine that is coming, whether it's durable. That's another thing. So don't fool the Liberian people. Bring a machine. I will just go for 6 months. Then after 6 months, you have.
And the government is reporting that with the Chinese company that wanted to come and do business in the country about 22 million, they rejected the Chinese company because they feel that the Chinese company will bring a machine. Machines are not durable, so they would put them off. And the government, Liberia, through the vice president, did a negotiation. Don't you trust them for that?
So the thing here is this: the first thing, you try to confuse the Liberian people. What we heard, the president friend, the president long-time friend. When the president long-time friend story change,
they
right, to negotiation, gentleman agreement,
agreement,
right? So we need to be vivid. We need to be genuine, authentic with information. You don't give the public information when you have not do your fact finding. So the public depend on government. There should be a trust. When you change that story, the narrative, then it's like everybody just wondering, what is it that is going on? So no one will tell you now, because you talk about $22 million, 285 machine, I want to see that machine. When I gave the estimate, I said it should be in the range of $40 million. But now they are saying $22 million, except where they would tell me that some of these machines, we're taking it off. But when you say 285 machine, let's look at the grade. You got machine for $10,000. You can get machine for $10,000 to $100,000. So what's the grade of machine that is coming? Do you need to inform the Liberian people?
Do you think something is playing along the way?
What is playing along the way is just politics. The only thing that is happening is people are trying to just get the machine here so the Liberian people can say, yeah, they promise and they fulfill their promise. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Simo Colin Moloba is our guest on Voice of Liberia 104.1 Bits and Pieces. Jala Grayfield and young brother George Way are here. Let's move ahead and go back to the district. You've said a lot of things on the national scene. And then it has become a national conversation. It has transgressed from a district conversation to a national conversation. And I see the energy he brings to the show, his way he has talked about the issues of national issues. And then we got to move on. But again, let me just
go ahead. Go ahead.
So, but You know, I'm just thinking, Representative Morba, there were all of these conversations coming out that the man who is the negotiator, the vice president, they have not come to us to say to us how this the renegotiation started and how it's going to end. Because right now, Front Page Africa is reporting they have secured this and they're asking the bank to pay the money
But
pay the
Jala,
bank 3 months.
Jala.
So I'm just thinking, do you as representatives,
Jala.
I mean lawmakers,
Jala.
will you ask the vice president, who is the dean, who is the head of the Senate, the president of the Senate, to come and explain how did we get where we are?
My brother Jala, the first thing, the vice president himself is not the minister of public work.
So he cannot be
He
credible.
shouldn't be at the front of negotiation. We have to trust people. You have Guinness, who is the head of public work.
Maybe the president doesn't trust him.
No. Let's look at all of those entities that is close with the power to negotiate.
Now, so Mr. Moluba, if the president is leaving out Gideons and the public ministry and bringing in the vice president, means that there's an issue of mistrust.
So
distrust.
negotiation go beyond. It's just not only the money. It go with the look at of various equipment. You need people, engineers who will go there to view those equipment, to find out the grade of equipment before we talk about finalizing payment.
Absolutely.
So when you talk about
absolutely, I agree with you.
yeah, so you cannot
Let's know the grade of machines that are coming
Yeah.
and know their value.
Uh-huh.
You can't go to China and bring one machine and say they want $40 million whatsoever. It will give the Liberian people to use it.
So if there is someone who was doing this that you cannot trust, you need not to bring the vice president into this picture. You have other people, you have advisors that you could use instead of using this vice president. Because the thing is, when you are not following the law, you cannot use the vice president. When you are not in line with the law, when you are not adhering to the law. So the PFM law, you are not adhering to the PFM law, the public procurement law, you are even not adhering to the public procurement law. Even your own constitution, I talk about lawmakers, right? So you excluded the lawmakers out of everything, and you are doing your own thing. Then you're using the vice president as picture because you want the Liberian people to believe that the vice president is the one that did the negotiation, that came with the machine. So 2029, he may have the best.
Now, so do you believe that those who did the initial...
you can reduce our vice president to that level.
So do you think that those who did the initial negotiation and brought it to 79 million or 85 million, that will be reduced drastically to 22 million, they should be investigated or brought a question about what...
Jala, not just only here. If you were opportune to ask Honorable Fala, we had a leadership meeting, even Honorable Kofa. When I told them, I got information. I got 5 findings. You don't tamper with China. I'm aware of China. You don't tamper there. Any information, I will get it. So when I told you about the figure assigned to those machines, you had the escalator, you had the bulldozer, the rest of it. So when you assign figure with the grade and the number assigned to those machines, I'm aware of it. So if you come and say 80 million, we will tell the Liberian people your 80 million, 80 million is lie. That's my work.
Thank you. Let's move back to the district. So on Saturday,
Yeah.
we have an interaction with the people sitting as a lawmaker
Yeah.
before them.
Yeah.
They're asking you questions, you're asking and you're answering them.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you expect for that?
Because the way we try,
We're talking district number 3 now.
yeah, district number 3, the way we handling our annual message, the annual message for the block leader, we have 52 blocks. We have
In district 3 alone?
11 communities.
Okay.
Then we have stakeholder. Who are those stakeholders? We have the various intellectual forums that we are inviting. We have the Christian community. We have the Muslim Council, and we have the Principal Association, and the name go on. We're gonna invite them and tell them all of our agenda. First of all, we have to tell them what we plan to do 2024. What was our plan, and what we have achieved within the 1 year, right? So we're gonna give it to them step by step. So if we start with the oversight, our job as lawmaker, if we start with lawmaking, right? Our attendance, right? We look at bill and resolution, those that were passed, Because even the sitting, we have to look at the sitting. We have almost 4 different sitting at the House of Representatives, right? So out of those 4 sitting, we have to give them, when we enter, when we were absent, we need to inform them and give them this information so that they can be on top of it. Then our oversight in the district, what we did in the district, some of those interventions that we did in the district, we have to spell it out, right? And we're going to do this with pictorial evidence so that our people can believe, so our people can see what we're talking about. And mind you, this will go with a financial report, not just our achievement. It will go in line with financial report. Because what we did is, when, like, the roundabout, I spent close to $10,000 USD. So when we were buying work for places,
and one thing that makes me so elated is that on the Saturday, on the Sunday, I see these young people coming in their numbers. Taking photos. I see people who come with their wedding gowns and then taking photos of the place. It has changed changed to another level. And which I must say, congratulations for that.
Yeah, human car is close to modernization, so you expect that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, out of I give you an example of the roundabout. So let's even look at the technical college. During the foundation time, we spend money. Those money that we spent, whether cement, I told the COS, the financial man, we took receipt, everything that we go about doing, we took receipt. So it is the receipt we're going to display through our financial report. With the receipt coding, they have the right to go to the entity to verify those vendors whatsoever, to verify and find out whether we did pay that amount, right? It is the right of our people. So we are not just coming up with our achievement report, both agenda to what we achieved. We are coming up with all of our financial report so that the people can hold this book, go behind us and check. That's what makes you a leader.
Too many of your colleagues, lawmakers, will not do what you're doing. I mean, going to your district, giving district report, and being accountable. I mean, taking to them receipts of what you've done financially.
Yeah,
Too many of your colleagues will not do. Where are you getting this knowledge from, or this motivation from, to do some of the things you've done?
Yeah. The thing is that it depends on our field of studies. Like I'm doing, I did public policy. So public policy is about the people, you, and government. So my thing is to report to them so that I can get their feedback. And I have not done well, I can build on it for this 2025. So the feedback based on what I'm going to report will tell me that, Mova, you haven't done well. You need to double up, right? And from that end, I think I can double up. But I'm 100% sure I have done well, except maybe few, because definitely I ran against 21 person. And out of those 21, not everyone will give me support. Some will be there to bring me down. So those that will, because the mentality we have in Liberia is the crab mentality. We want to always bring someone down. So those that want to bring me down, I hope from Saturday, they can be a change agent to support our agenda.
Are you doing these things because you want to break the bound? You want to get elected for the second term, and once you are elected for the second term, you be the different on the MOBA.
It's not about the second term. What it's about is I'm using my father as a role model. My father is from the University of Liberia. He taught the University of Liberia for about 25 years. And he one person, I believe his name is Edward Keke Moba. He taught the econ department. He also worked with the government before the government. He's one person, I believe, in what he have, not what he can get from other people. So he been a genuine guy, and I see it that way, that I should be one person that is honest, so that I got a name, I got an image. It's not just about me. It's about me and my 2 siblings. My siblings all want a good name. So tomorrow, because some of them, one of them, they are lawyer. He is a lawyer, and hopefully he tried to look at big things. So if I go with a teen tech character, I will be damaging the name of the other people that are behind me from my family.
Sumo Kole Mova is representative of District number 3 in Monterey County, is our guest. You want to play the cash giveaway? *79# OK sled number 8. Play with 100 LD and win $4,000. You can get a bag of rice or small change for that. Don't you? You can do it. I know the country is right now. My man, I say the country for everybody.
Yeah,
it's for everybody. So we get $4,000 again. Buy one bag of $3,500, get $500 change. *79# OK sled number 8 and play with 100 LD and win $4,000. Dante we said we activate the phone lines now. We'll talk about, we'll close at 15 minutes past the hour because Smo is here. We'll talk to him and talk to his people. And the people in the district, I'll give you one line exclusively. 0775 938586. 0775 938586 is the number assigned to the people in district number 3. Talk to your district representative and ask the question as to how you're going to do on Saturday's program. But at national level, he talked about some national issues. 0703 419 502 or 0555 184 For the females, 0703 978 564. That's the caller. Hello, welcome. Yeah, welcome. Sorry. Welcome. Let's hear you. Sorry, just hold on. We're trying to put you online. I put this up, the situation there. Just hold on small. Let's have this line. Okay. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Honorable Smoke.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
FBS community, but we are not saying a greater dictating role. The last time he talked to us, he said the bride, he was talking to some Chinese to come and build some drainage for us. Until then, we are not seeing the drainage. The Chinese people to come and do that road.
Which part of the district you reside?
I live around the FBS junction, the new area, not up the hill, down the hill.
So we're referring to the hill.
Not the government side.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
All right, so you address that, yeah? Let's see the next one. This one is coming. Hello? Hello? Oh, this guy's failed. 077. Okay, somebody is calling. Hello? Let's hear you. I guess you are from the district. You call the district line.
Yeah. District has moved up. So my name is Moluke.
Your name is what? Oh, small more peace. The man who can tell us small, eh? Man, I use people, the man I get to tell you something about the man.
I follow the lawmaker, and he's deliberating excellently well. And that's something that I respect him for. You see, the record that Honorable Molva has set and is still setting, it will be difficult for someone to break that record. For the fact that we presented to the people of District Number 3 an agenda for the reset agenda that constitutes 5 different pillars. Jala, it will interest you to know that just for 1 year with some months, we have achieved almost everything that we have projected in our agenda. Right? When it comes to the issue of reunification, our district was somehow tighter. Our district was somehow, that kind of a combative district. But Honorable Mova has tried.
Is that combative right now, small more peace? Are you saying is that combative right now? But do you follow a Facebook page, a Facebook post from your youth representative? Hello, small more peace. Is that combative? But there's a young man very disenchanted right now, and I see it right on Facebook every day called Zao Oluba, who thinks that the representatives are doing well.
I would not want to elevate or give him credence, right? Because he just wants.
But he's a representative. You appointed the man to be your representative.
Let's go to the issue because that is a nominal issue. We are talking about those potent issues that are helping the people that are transforming the life.
But if you say disenchantment, you don't want to talk about the youth chair. That means that you're being disingenuous too. But he gone off. Wow, some more piece gone off. And the guys in the district are calling. This guy should be COVID. Is that COVID? Mr. COVID? Go ahead, let's call your name, man. You are live. Go ahead, let's hear you. Cover when COVID.
So the accidental elected and stranger lawmaker in our district, district number 3.
What you say, man, a stranger in this district?
Well, the man is a stranger, is that whatever is a stranger in our district.
How will a stranger come and beat all the other people and be represented for you? They say, man, a stranger. Yeah. How you don't reconcile with the man?
We got a bigger property in the district. So you say you stranger.
Call back. You come here to talk, I'll call back.
No, I think you get a noise behind you. You get that noise behind you. So you gotta check it. And then Dante, I think there's a noise. So 0773 419 502 0555184 For the female line is 0773 978 564. And I like the way the callers are calling in the district, and then they can have the conversation on this matter. Speak to the lawmaker. Oh, sorry for that. Sorry for that. I'm trying to put you back on. Can you please hold on? Hello, welcome.
Yeah. I want to say hi to our representative, Honorable Smokey Moruba. My name is Vanny Hendricks Saki.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Morris's Farm, Red Saudi, American School, SPS.
Oh, SPS, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this should be okay. Yeah, I don't know the lawmaker in person because I had eyes problem. But I voted for him, and his sister carried me, and she encouraged me. I don't even know him.
Ah.
Oh, people up. Yeah, I got problem with the eye. She said people up vote for.
So you are visually impaired?
She said, oh, I never plan the street let the iron pool. How iron pool about the criminal and so on.
Wow.
Today, yeah, at least it did well in our era. If you go to our ride above that supermarket, the area is decent. So I pray that everybody from the district will find common ground and work along with Smokey Moruba, the Honorable.
Okay, so what's your name again?
My name is Vanny Hendricks Saki. I got problem with the eye.
Then get his number to you.
So, Vanny, you're calling on his number. The representative say you want your number. Just call the number. Let me see. 777 22 66 93. Okay. It was good. I like your courage that you endeavor to call. A man was not silent call and they're gonna show, and then he had a struggle. But the representative will call you.
Yeah, I'll do.
Vanny Henry Saki. Thanks so much, my brother. Yeah, 07. There's a caller there. That's the caller. It's 077 The lines for the community people 0555 0555 43 10 37. You got loan star 0555 43 1037. You have a loan star. It's 0705 938586. Let me take this call. I think this guy is calling from the community as well. Oh, welcome. Let's wait. Just wait small. Let me see it. Hello, welcome. Yes, sir. Welcome. Welcome. What's the name? Is that? What's the name? Kwewu Kobe. You come back again, man. Let me that person. Go ahead.
Abasham Mill.
So, listen to the lawmaker explaining a lot of issues, most especially regarding this part of the program. You know,
will you be there, Kwewu? Will you be there?
in order to deny critics of people being perceived to be critics of him. Because some of us went at the town hall in the name
I will also be there. I will ensure you enter.
So Kwewu, get your number. Kwewu, get your number. I'd love to see you. Get your number.
Your number. Message when your number. Call your number.
Yeah,
please.
I would like to see you. I want you at the place that Saturday.
Please call your number. Kwewu, call your number.
Yeah.
0 what?
8371.
Yeah.
71.
83.
Yeah.
71.
79. Okay, Kwewu, you get a pass. You get an invitation. You will be there. I'll make sure they call you and give you an invitation.
Thank you, Kwewu. Thank you, Kwewu. The mayor has invited you already. Thanks for calling. Kwewu, thanks. Kwewu, thanks. Okay, our OB crew will be going somewhere today. So Dante is saying that we gotta make it very clear, Dante. Yeah, you know, take that call. Let's hear. Hello, welcome. Hello. Yes. What's the name you have? I think the last caller.
Okay, this is the voice of Dana. And I did join you from Tuesday, number 3, to be precise. the corridor that the honorable man talked about and he gave the 2,000 between the
Okay.
Daniel Church and Democracy.
All right, that's good.
Okay, I would just like to appreciate the honorable man, but I can assure you, the honorable man. There are people right within our community where the water can sit, can kill our community. So as a representative, anything you want to do, yourself should be even it, so that the people can know that you're doing it. Because if you give the money to the people, they will not do shit. They will eat it. There are people within our community, we know what they have done. They will eat that money. So anything you do, you should be even on it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, yeah? Thank you so much. You're the last caller. We get the other calls coming in. But the representative alluded to some other issues. He averred that the district retreat will take place on Saturday. Let's go back to him. So you want to respond to the guys who just call?
All right.
The guys who call him.
I think we have 5 major callers, 3 in favor, 2 against. Then I heard you make mention of Zawu Woloba. So I think where Zawu must have had a split, because what I believe in, I think you listen to the last caller. I should be the one to be there because that's what I believe in. I love to be on the ground and do my own work. Okay. So that because it
means you trust other people and then be delivering, right?
Not me. Built what we did, and there were nothing.
When I say you, I mean you, the representative of the district. You entrust other people to go to do.
No, I don't believe in trusting people. I like to be on the ground. Even if I give you money, you and myself will get to the place where you buying from. I will be there when you buy, you purchase, so that the material can be seen.
Is there any problem between you and Zawu?
So the issue with Zawu is this. I introduced Zawu to Honorable Kofa. There was a program as young person because I took him as my youth chair. And he went behind me. There was some money given to him from Honorable Kofa that I don't know.
For the district?
Not for the district, for the young people.
Okay.
And he mismanaged the money. Even the issue where he talked about a T-shirt, he produced T-shirt, that's lie. I gave him that money to do T-shirt. Zhao came with a plan. Because when we talk about, I told him, I said, can you come with an activity plan for the year 2024 so that I can sponsor with a mini budget? Zhao came with a plan, with a blueprint of a youth center that he wanted me to pay him to do that job. And for me, I won't give anyone money because it's not from government. What we are doing is from us. What is from government is local base. So local government take care of the district. What I'm doing, I manage my own earning to reach that level so that people can appreciate our leadership. So with the issue of Zawu, I think Zawu have the intent of being a lawmaker because I'm a young man. I want to play with a lot of young people. When they see young men in the position, they say, well, I'm going to I can be lawmaker. So until then, I'm also appealing to Zawu. Let Zawu come at the building there, right? The retreat. Let us discuss. If you have issue with me, if you have issue with me as a lawmaker, come and sit. Bring your plight. Let us discuss it as a district. But not to be on the side, then on Facebook, on social media, writing, posting. I don't think it makes sense. So if he wants to run 2029 is there. Wait for 2029. When 2029 comes, we run together. If you beat me, I understand Zawu, you're strong, you can beat me. But then you need to give it a chance. So the issue of Zawu is not an issue because he's just an IT leader. We have gone through a lot of election, 8 communities. Hopefully, during our retreat, we'll come up with the youth council head who will try to spearhead everything in the district. And we'll try to put in money to that project or the activity so that the young people voice can be heard, but not through Zawu because they trust.
So let me say thank you in this public manner for the work you do.
Thank you.
You have opened a lot of alleys in the community.
Thank you, big brother.
Everywhere I call, they say someone has done this, but there are some challenges.
Yeah.
Right now, Lumais Johnson to the Cali community, where he did the road, going to Christian community, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
There are lots of rocks up then that's a major route that go to that place.
Yeah.
And hope you send the guys back there to remove those rocks. Get people.
Jala, you
it's
see,
a
Jala,
practice.
my own big brother. Jala, no, that's not my work. That's Guinea work.
No,
Eh, that's not my work. That's Guinea work.
I say, but man, what I say again,
So-
I say thank you for what you do.
I
but
hope Guinea, I hope Guinea getting you.
they will not go there. They will not go there.
So
They
that's
post it-
our side.
Yeah,
We'll try to
yeah.
try
So
to discuss
the
with
way
Guinea and see whether
he did it all one day, okay.
Yeah.
But I want that a major role. He can do it.
Yeah, I would do it, Jala. I would do it.
Anything what is it for now?
Oh, finally, to the people of District 3, just turn up in your number, April 12th. And after April 12th, today will be my birthday. So that will be a birthday treat I will be giving to the people of District number 3. The 40 scholarship, the MVT scholarship. And we'll be opening our next phase of the TVEC program in the district for additional 500 women. Again, thank you. God bless you.
500 women for what? Vocational education?
Yeah, free education, yeah.
Wow. That's great. That's how we go home. The voice of Simo Colin Mowa, representative of District number 3 in Monserrate County. It has been a very interactive discussion, and lots of issues have taken place here. George Boye and Jala Griffith's presentation. Have a good day. I'll see you when you see me again.